Welcome back to another video. It's Friday and you know what that means?
It's time for Top Fuel Teachers.
So the students have been mega busy and really enthusiastic about working on this. So the Beetle, as you knew it, is a little bit more together. It still needs an awful lot of work. There's a few things we found with it, and probably every body panel we've almost got to replace. But it's a long-term project, so it is what it is. We knew it when we took it on. So let's go and have a look and see just what has been happening to the VW Beetle over these last few weeks. So as you can see, the Beetle is looking a bit more Beetle-ish. It's back on its wheels, the wings are on it, doors are on it, obviously all the suspension's on it, and we've got the engine in it. Now, obviously we had a little bit of an issue with the engine, and we still have a bigger issue with the engine. Watch this little clip and you'll see us getting over the first issue we had. So as you can see, we've started taking some bits off the engine. We wanted to find out why it was locking up, wouldn't go a whole turn. We started getting some of the tin work off. Some of the screws though will not move, so we'll have to either cut them off, drill them out to get them off. You can get all new tin work. This isn't too bad, so we might just tidy it all up and redo it, repaint it, powder coat it, whatever. But as to finding out why the engine wouldn't turn over or locked, if you look down here, I don't know if you can see it, but that valve there is stuck open. So we have, it's very dirty, we have that much valve clearance. Now I don't know what the valve clearance is, but I don't think ½ inch is meant to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the head off it, try and gently persuade the valve back. We could try just winging the engine over and trying to get the piston to smack it back this way, but that's not what I want to do. So we're going to pull the head off it. It's quite an easy job. Then get the valve out. Felt the others look a bit corroded because it's probably corroded on the stem where it's been open. We'll clean it up. We're not going to use these heads long term anyway because we're going to go for bigger barrels and heads and pistons. But if we could get this running, that would be amazing. So we're going to try that. Like I say, going to pull the head off it and then have a look, take it apart, valves, clean them all up and see where we go from there. So as you can see, we've got the tin work off of the engine, or most of it anyway, and what you're left with is, it's not a very big lump. If you look round here, you can see we've also got the cylinder head off, and like we said before, it's like a motorbike setup with the barrels, so these barrels will come off as well, and you can take the pistons off. Bigger barrels, bigger pistons, bigger head, capacity increase, so that's all good. We're going to clean it up, we're going to clean the tin work up. But the reason, like we said, we took the head off is we were right in what we suspected. If you look over here, you can see these valves are shut, which is what they're meant to be, and this one isn't. So when we were turning the engine over, the piston was coming and hitting on this. Now, the reason we didn't really try and spin the crank hard to knock the valve shut is the valve isn't quite flat where it would hit the piston. The valve's on a slight angle, so if we did it hard, piston would have gone up and bent the valve. That's not what we wanted to do. So as you can see, we got 3 up and 1 down. So that is what we need to attend to. We're gonna absolutely soak this in the port with some releasing oil, WD-40 GT85, and we're gonna slowly try and work that back without damaging anything. Once we've got it worked back and shut, we'll remove the collets, remove the spring, then we'll try and get the valve out and we'll clean the valve up, make it so it cycles nice and freely, and then We'll just put it back together, see if we can turn it over, and it turns over all the way. And then, obviously we're going to rebuild it, so we're not going to put new head gaskets on it. But as you can see, because it's air-cooled, there's no waterway, so there's going to be no water leaks, no coolant, nothing like that to worry about. So we'll just nip it down, redo the valve clearances, and we might see at some point whether we can actually fire it up, just to see if we can. So that's the next stage. What we need to do is sort that little one out. So yeah, now we've got the engine so it turns over all the way, but there is another issue with it. We unfortunately didn't film this before we put it back in. On a crankshaft, you have something what's called end float. You shouldn't have very much at all. Our Beetle's got a lot. I think it's got about 1/4 of an inch. Do you reckon, Chris?
At least 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah, so what that means is with your engine sat there, rather than just spinning round, the crankshaft actually moves back and forward in the engine, and it really shouldn't do that. I mean, we were going to probably rebuild the whole engine anyway, but we're kind of like hoping we didn't need to do too much to the bottom end. But yeah, so we might even get another engine for it, I don't know. We're not too worried about keeping this all original, so different engine numbers, nor non-original engine numbers, it's not really too much of an issue to us. So yeah, the engine has got a lot of wear in it. Now on the speedo, it's got about 5,000 miles showing. Now bear in mind, this was only on the road for around about 20 years. I say only. So it's very doubtful the condition of this, the condition of the engine, that done 5,000 miles in 20 years. So when you look a bit more into it, because it's not on MOT history or nothing like that, because it's been off the road for 40, it looks like this car could have done 105,000 miles, because back then cars weren't expected to go past 100,000, and the Speedo didn't have the extra 6 digits. Was it 6 digits?
I think it was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only had 5 digits, so up to like 99,000. And then they'd recycle and go around again. So, yeah, I think in 20 years, this probably done about 105,000 miles, which would explain a few things with it, like the engine wear. So, yeah, we're going to have to put an engine in it. Now, on a different note, if you have a project car and it's been taking a little while, and if your axle stand looks like this, your project car needs to be done. I mean, this is the axle stand that this was sat on in the lockup. Now, when
that chain
doesn't move.
It doesn't chain anymore.
Yeah. So you know your project car's been hanging about for too long when it looks like this. So yeah, we thought we'd keep that. We might even like put it in a glass box or something, just for giggles, really. So back to the Beetle. As you can tell, we did a bit of sanding on the bonnet. We also did a little bit of panel beating. This lip was, well, it's not a lip actually, it's a spare wheel well. That was massively pushed up and beaten into about there. That wing, we've beaten it a little bit to get it straighter. And we got the spare wheel in, and the fuel tank just sat in there. So like we said, we're just putting it back together to sort of like see what we need. Then we'll get a shopping list, which is pretty much everything. And over time, we'll put it in storage. I'll get some bits for it. We'll maybe get it out, put some bits on it. First thing we're going to be doing, I think, is the bodywork. It needs 4 new wings. It needs a bonnet. It's perforated here with rust and split. It needs everything. Just there. Just that bit there. And there. It does. It needs everything. But at the end of the day, it's going to be such a cool car. So, as you can see, you've got side skirts back on, or the running boards. The different axles are all back on it. The narrow 4 stud on the front, and the wide 5 stud on the back for whatever reason. We put the front seats back on the runners as well, put the steering wheel on. I mean, That's MOTable, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, yeah, I know a guy.
What is it, about 3 foot play on the steering?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, the steering, it should be adjustable, but we're going to put a whole new axle on it. If we need to get a new steering box for it, then we do.
Let's be honest, it doesn't need an MOT. We'll just say it's fine.
Hey, we're not Tasty Classics. No offence, Ben. Yeah, we will, obviously, because it's been off the road for so long, we will get an MOT on it when it's ready to come back on the road. The insurance company will probably insist on it because it's been off the road for so long, possibly. But we'll do that anyway. It's a better way to do it. But as you can see, we're going to put the rear seats back in it as well. We got some ventilation holes.
That's the water
down
out.
there. Yep. And that, but we'll get, like I say, we're going to put all the stuff in it, put it all back together, get it in storage, get some of the other multiple projects that we've got a bit more along, like Puma, Max Power Fiesta, this track car. We're going to get some more of them progressing, and the Astra, of course. We're going to get some of them progressing more, and then when we got some spare money, if we get spare money, spare cash.
Spare cash? Oh, not a clue.
No.
That's something they had in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
A
yeah.
band? I don't know.
I've got too many dependent project cars to have spare cash. But we'll, yeah, and we'll start buying bits for it. Even if we buy a wing at a time. Obviously, we're not going to. If we do buy a wing, we'll probably buy the structural bits first. To be fair, because the wing's cosmetic and we can't put it on until we've done the other work. So we'll probably do that. But around the back, we've still got the radiator for it to go in there as well yet.
Quite advanced, those ones,
Yeah,
for the year.
Yeah, we got to fit the radiator yet. Round the back, as you can see, we have got the engine sat in there now, which it wasn't. So all the tin work the tin work's not too bad, to be fair on it. We could probably get it blasted and powder coated or something like that. But little exhausts, little pea shooters, obviously they won't stay. We'll put a nicer exhaust on it at a time. But yeah, it's looking like a Beetle again now. And when I move it, it's going to be a lot easier to put on and off the trailer. I can tell you that. So yeah, but that is the progress on our Beetle at the moment. Like I say, we were going to just primer that, but I don't think we'll get time now because we're going to be moving it very, very soon, or probably moved it by the time this video comes out. Possibly, probably. Anyway, but it's looking like a Beetle. It's cool. Absolutely love it. The amount of people that come round, and even in the state it is, we get visits from schools, parents, and they love it. Oh, I used to have one, I used to want one. It is an iconic car. It really is. And for my vision, should we share my vision with them?
We could maybe do a little teaser.
Or do the lot?
Oh.
Right, okay. We're going to do it. Why not? It's going to be a long time anyway. Now, my artistic talents are very small. And I can't use Photoshop, nothing like that. Way above my pay grade. But on GTA, Grand Theft Auto, yeah, I do have it. I can sort of like use that if they've got the base cars in the garage to tune them, design them. So I sort of very, very close designed a car, Beetle, in that game to how I want this to look. Now, bearing in mind we're going to be on air ride, we're going to have LED lights, digital dashboard, bit of a stereo, bucket seats, harnesses, all of that.
I can hear purists fainting.
Yeah, I can hear them getting voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
So yeah, so take a look at these few pics. Now, the paintwork is a childhood dream of mine. I've always loved this paint job. Always loved this paint job. So have a look at these pics. It's very, very close to what I imagine the way I want this Beetle. I mean, very close. Just have a look at these pics. It's not going to be for everybody's taste, but it is for mine. And our students are going to be along on this journey building it like that. You may not like it. Personally, me, I know it's a little bit hot-rodded. I love it looking like that. Black and flames. Childhood dream of mine to have a black car with flames. This is going to be the one. Like I said, we've wanted to put air ride on a car for a very long while. Even briefly for a minute thought about putting air ride on Project D, but I don't have the space in there with all the stereo. This is the one. They do air ride for them, so pull up at a show, flick the switch, down. Going to be awesome. Going to be a long time. Going to be a long time coming. I mean, I can't see this being done, finished, within 5 years, if I'm honest. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost thousands. But it's a long-term project. There'll be things we can do on it. Like I say, we've got to renew the radiator. So there. Let us know what you think of the Beetle. Obviously, if you're purist, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This shouldn't have been coming back on the road, right? This should have been unfortunately scrapped. But I'm putting it back on the road. I'm keeping the Beetle on the road, and I'm keeping the Beetle on the road how we want to build it. So, yeah. Let us know what you think. Positive stuff only, please. If it's not for you, just say, yeah, not for me. So, I'm going to end the waffle here, and Chris is going to say...
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.